Good morning. This is an early open gate show, special show, where I have my guest, Patrick Smelly, trainer Patrick Smelly, owner Patrick Smelly, breeder Patrick Smelly, and a gentleman who has spearheaded the COVID vaccination blitz at Caymanas Park. A man who has the interest of Horseman at Caymanas Park and is part of the concerned trainers who at present are disgruntled by the attitude of the powers that be. But we're going to get to that matter soon. Welcome again to the December 24th Open Gate Show, where also later on I'll be analyzing Sunday's race card, Boxing Day, December 26th. Pure water, pure Pride Jamaican bottled water. Rehydrate yourself, it's very important. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, and surely sanitizing your hands. We're here at Subbies. Of course, the Subbies means the Sobratis. They own an establishment where you can come in the afternoon and cool out. The cuisine is wide as you can guess. Very good food, refreshments, and of course the prices are reasonable. Located in the vicinity of the Bayside Plaza, just beside Ken's Wildflower. You can ask for directions. Patrick, welcome to the Open Gate Show.
Thanks for having me, Colin, and hello racing fans.
Patrick, they say if you don't stand for something, you'll stoop for anything. You are part of a concerned group, including myself and a lot of trainers, of which recently we had a petition of 91 trainers signing about being disappointed in the manner of which they, well, to be blunt, the so-called Trainers Association. Patrick, give your opinion and your say on what is going on.
Well, first, let me start with the trainers are going through a hard time on trainers. It's a hard time in the country, a hard time in the world. But better can be done for the trainers regarding representation through superventions. Our main bone of contention is with regards to purses. We have not had an increase since 2017, and we seem to be getting nowhere with that, with the present crop of people we have. Yes, as I was saying, Pebbles, we as trainers need representation. Otherwise, we will not get an increase from Superior Branches. Superior Branches is doing, to my mind, a great job in advertising the races for the punters and the betting. They're doing a wonderful job that way, and they have increased their intake because of that. But we have had a 75% increase to us from 2017 till now with our costs. So it's hurting us badly.
Well, surely, because you have the hay, well, the horse needs are being increased every 2 months, and it's going on. Of course, fuel, wear and tear vehicles, and there's nothing for the trainers. Yes, there is for the trainers, according to Supreme Ventures Racing Limited, whereby you have a quarterly incentive competition. What's your take on that competition, Patrick?
The quarterly incentive was not a bad idea, but it is my view And the view certainly of the majority of the trainers at the track that should have been scrapped, and that money used to be added to the runners.
Yes, you're talking about
The appearance fee.
appearance fee.
Right, because
So,
at presently we have an appearance fee of $800.
yeah.
That can't help anything. I think if that quarterly incentive money, those monies were put towards the appearance fees, then you would see stronger fields, fuller fields, because now trainers would put their horses in the races to train, and it would be a better situation for all. That would also improve the betting.
You know, I'm left bewildered, being that, well, I keep saying Supreme Ventures, and it's not that I'm against Supreme Ventures, but I'm a horseman that has traveled all parts of the states, and I'm one that not afraid to ask questions. For example, Timmy Ritvo, one of the directors of the Stronach establishment, we have had a lot of talks when I was living in the States. All over the world, the appearance fee is as such whereby everyone benefits. You can't have an incentive whereby you will earn only if you win. It's total rubbish.
Yes, that's rubbish.
And when you speak about it, you're being labeled that you're anti-Supreme Ventures. No, I'm for all horsemen. But is there any other?
We would like Supreme Ventures to be profitable and successful. Let's place that on the table.
Yes.
And that way, the trainers training a horse at Caymanas Park can be profitable. Now, there's a 10% that is being bandied about by a certain 5 or 6 people that they're going to put forward to Supreme Ventures. We are not in agreement with that at all.
10%.
10% on a trainer's purse from overnight allowance down, that equates about $500, $600. While we are losing about $7,000 to $8,000 in terms of percentage from 2017. So that it's not just not working out.
You know, going back a bit about representation, things are being done without 95% of the trainers knowing anything or even agreeing.
That's a problem.
And there's no respect to the horsemen, to the trainers. And I should say owner, because I'm an owner also. I'm sure Patrick is.
Right.
Of what is going on. Things are just happening and we're not, and you know, there's no knowledge.
We're not being advised, we're not being met with and spoken to, but there's a new push in our Colin, there's a new move. And I think this new push and this new movement will start to get us where, in a little better place, probably not where we want to be, but in a little better place. Because being the head of an organization, such as a trainers organization, takes up a lot of time, but it takes management and planning and discussion with the groups. And that is not happening now. So changes are going to come and changes will come.
Yes. And of course, I can speak of Patrick and myself. We want holistically better racing. In other words, we want all and sundry to be happy, at least to a level. You know, there are a lot of disgruntled trainers, and I would say the majority, because 1, the structuring of purse, 2, lack of representation, 3, the high cost, and there's no increase in whatever. What I wanted to know, you only have about maybe less than 7%, if as much, Patrick, of trainers who are really getting any benefit from the money charged to keep a horse. Majority of the trainers, they either own and train that horse, or they go into a deal with the owner, especially those trainers who have the claiming horses. So they're not really getting anywhere. So we are hoping that better representation can be had within short time, so that the players, the horsemen who put on the show on a Saturday and Sunday, at least they can feel more comfortable and even get their horses running better, because if they're getting some
It is said money makes the mare run.
well, simple as that.
Simple as that.
Patrick, we have not had a general election, well, much less a meeting with the so-called executive of the United Racehorse Trainers Association. As a matter of fact, let me inform you, this association was started by Bonnie Vincent. It was his creation, of which he came to me and asked me what I think about it, and I said okay, and we recruited a certain group of trainers. After all that, we did a manifesto. We got a lawyer with the assistance of veteran trainer, owner, and breeder, L.C. Todd, father of Richard Todd, and grandfather of Stephen Todd, both trainers. Richard Todd was passed, may God rest his soul. And he helped us to get a lawyer, and we constituted what the rules for the United Racehorse Trainers Association. And, you know, Bonnie Vincent, a veteran in the field of, well, he could simulate that gentleman the other day, what's his name, who started the association? Pilot Francis. Remember Pilot Francis? Yes, Bonnie Vincent has done a lot. And, you know, it's really sad to see a man with so much knowledge about administrating, about certain aspects of the management of horse racing that concern trainers is being sidelined. Can you add anything to that, Patrick?
You know, Colin, I will not go into that in any great detail today on today's show, but I'd like you to have him back as a guest on your program sometime in January, when we will see all the changes, or we will start to see some changes. The plans that are being put in place, and all of these plans are being put in place legally.
Yes. So let me repeat again. We are not against the promoting company. What we are trying to do is to project the feelings of the disgruntled trainers. As a matter of fact,
And I tell you, they are disgruntled.
exactly. And you know, we are the ones who train the horses. And you know, we love horse racing. Jamaica was the first place in this region to have horse racing. We had a racetrack in every single parish that you can think of. Only South America had a racetrack apart from Jamaica in this whole region, including the United States. So it's in our blood, and it's part of our whole tradition, and we just want better racing. I mean, come on, that's all we want. You understand?
Part of our DNA, racing, part of our DNA, and that's all we want. A better deal for the horsemen. The horsemen, they need to get some acts together also, which we're working on. But we just need a better deal for the horsemen so they can afford to bring their horses to the wicket in tip-top condition.
Well, this is an appropriate time to have, well, I wouldn't say fully an interview with Mr. Patrick Smelly. Of course, later on next year, well, early next year, January, we'll have an exclusive interview with Patrick Smelly and one or two other trainers. The Open Gate Show, well, we know that you want to hear what we have to say concerning tomorrow Sunday's 11 race card, because at this time of the year, everybody is seeking to win, and you know, we'll try our best to see if that can happen. But before I get to that, the great battle between trainer Anthony Nunes and Jason Acosta is in earnest. We only have 2 race days left, and the program is filled with entries from both camps. Currently, Jason Acosta is leading Anthony Nunes approximately $700,000, and win or lose, Jason Acosta could be said still a champion. He started on the 2nd race day in April, and he has done tremendously well. And I'm sure if his dad, Wayne Acosta, is privy to what is happening, I'm sure he'll be a happy man. He'll be a happy man. I should congratulate jockey Robert Halladine in having a 4-timer. I think it's his first that he's won 4 races on a race day. And
Was it 4?
yeah, just 4.
Okay.
He won 3 races for Anthony Nunes, and he won the last race for Patrick Lynch.
He's an awesome farmer.
Oh yes, and his strength and everything.
Farm, yes.
Yeah, I'm happy for him because he's a good rider, one of the top riders in Jamaica. Once his mind is focused.
That's right. Once he's focused, he's among the best ever in Jamaica.
Well, I that's your opinion. But okay, we all have our opinion. And also Marshall Porter, he scored a double.
Yes, that youngster.
Yeah, very hard-working young man, and the Open Gate Show congratulates him. We have been having rain every day, and of course, you have some horses that loves this sloppy track, and I could be too late to give you information on who I consider to be bred for the slops, but bear that in mind. We have a post regarding jockey, Panamanian jockey, Dick Cardenas, on the spill that happened a few days ago. It hasn't gotten much attention, except for when Cardenas' wife made a post projecting the severity of the different areas of his body that is injured. I'm not saying I don't believe her, but I will reserve my comments on that. All I can say, I wish the Cardenas a speedy recovery. Also, the young apprentice, Forbes, Chad Forbes, he had a fall. He fell on last Sunday, I think, like I said, morning at the Harbour Furlong marker, and seems to be in some serious condition. And we hope this young apprentice, I think he has only ridden 3 races so far, but he's hard working and he's improving. I wish the Open Gate Show wishes him all the best. Sunday's race card, very interesting one, not only for the championship, the trainer's title, but also the groom's title, in which Tafari Wright from the Anthony Nunes barn and Leon Walker from Jason Acosta's barn looks like the two that will be going down to the wire come Monday, the 27th of December. The first race starts at 10:45 p.m. It's for 5 years and up. It's an optional claiming race, $150,000 to $180,000, as well as native bred 6 years and up who never won 2 races. Also eligible will be native bred 5 years and up who remains a maiden. 14 starters, and they go 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters. Number 1, Nasdaq Princess, will be a late-run starter because he was claimed. Number 4, Stanroy, could find a low exotic spot. Number 5, No Money Friend, ran 2 good races in many moods, and it's really ironic that both of those races were on the 28th of December. Last year, he ran second on the 28th of December, finishing second a length and a half behind in the Arazi. And this season, 2021, he ran second again. No, well, he ran third, sorry, on the 28th of November to Fortune 100 and Synchronize. Who knows? Maybe we'll have to wait next year for another good showing. Number 6, Battleground of Mundo, grew up into fine form. Number 8, Reasons, could get a low exotic spot. Number 10, General Mubarak, trained by trainer Anthony Nunes. And well, it was trained by Marvin Campbell, owner and trainer. But because of the rules of racing, Anthony Nunes now has his horse in his barn. Looks the horse to beat, especially with the 4-kilo claim by apprentice Carlton Watson. Number 11, Unbreakable. This horse has won a lot of races, but of recent has not been doing well. Hair very light and should definitely be considered. Number 12, Powerful Red. String 2 good efforts in last. I don't expect this horse to win, but would factor somewhere in the exotics. So too, number 13, Twilight Storm. Number 14, Smooth Criminal, has recently changed stables. And you can never tell, a change of stables, you can do wonders, even a change of start or as well as a change of groove. But I'm selecting number 10, General Mubarak from number 4, Stan Roy. Number 6, that's number 5 rather, that's No Money Friend. Number 6, Batidor de Mundo, and number 14, Smooth Criminal. What's your take on the first race, Patrick?
Well, my selections are number 10, General Mubarak, and a little outsider, number 11, Unbreakable. Once he's sound, we will give them a good run.
Sure. Second race goes 1100 meters over 5.5 furlongs. We have 8 declared. The 4 trails and up. It's an optional claim race, 450,000 to 400,000, as well as native at 6 years and up, who have never won 4 races in their career. Number 1, Baltusserol, has been slipping down the claiming ladder in his last couple of races, and it's seldomly seen on the exercise track. And as well as he's going on the curve, which doesn't augur well for him. Number 2, Wojtek, another who is infrequent to race, but fits well with these and has a very good chance of giving Anthony Thomas, the designated 2021 champion jockey, a good chance of extending his lead, of trying to double the second, who is in second in the jockey's placing. Number 3, Buckle Luck can get on the board. Number 4, D Danger has speed, but almost, well, has a lot of issues. And it's been a while he has not been running to his true self. The presence of hot jockey Robert Halliday says a lot, and the Danger should offer some fair competition against these. Number 5, Sidon, US importee who has been improving some, little by little, and of course this horse is trained and owned by Patrick Smelly, and he will give us more details on that. Number 6, Pure Art, loves it fresh. Has a good chance to upset if number 2, Wojtek, and number 7, Key Witness fails. Both have to fail, but Pure Art should be one for your exotics on the board. Number 7, Key Witness has speed and no racing in this low tag. It's looking good to be victorious here. Number 7 for me, Key Witness from number 2, Wojtek, can go either way. Number 6, Pure Art. Number 3 rather, Buckle Luck. And I hope Patrick Smelly's horse will win. Your take on race 2, Patrick?
My take on race 2, Colin, is number 2, Wojtek, and number 7, Key Witness. My horse Sidon, he has issues, he's groping for form, so he should be somewhere next January or February before he will get it.
All right, let's get to race 3. It's for native and imported, it's for native bred and imported 2-year-olds. It's a made a special weight race. They go 5.5 furlongs or 1100 meters. 14 babies were declared. We have 5 debutants here. Number 1, Wowza, gets the services of Omar Walker once again. Number 2, Shadowfax, debutant number 1. This horse is bred by legal process out of Aresa by Stormcraft, born on the 5th of May at Bay Coast, owned by Carlton Johnston and Edward Hines, trained by Lawrence Mantle. Lakeland Farms breeder called Isaac, the groom, has shown improvement since the start of December and could get a top placing. I did like this colt at the yearling sale, and I thought that he would have been a bargain. Well, he has taken some time to race, and surely he has had issues in the earlier part of his training program. Number 3, Pip, debutant number 2, will debut with tongue tie and Lasix. This horse was born on the 27th of March and being called by Perfect Curling out of Noon It Is by Yankee Gentleman, owned by Michael, bred by Michael Bernard, the groom to far right. The reigning champion trainer Anthony Nunes trains, and he has Robert Halliday up. Pip is coming along at exercise. However, I'm expecting this horse to do some justice for those who play the exotics. Number 4, The Lion of Ekati, a U.S. importee from the stables of Jason Acosta. Much talked about U.S. importee when he arrived here, but this lion hasn't wake up as yet. Number 5, Runaway Algo, was loudly whispered on debut. That was on the 6th of November, going 5.5 furlongs, where he was installed at 95 odds with Anthony Thomas. Got beat by 14.5 lengths, 5th to Brinks, who won by 7.5 lengths. How goes to me was 2nd, and Justin Biden was 3rd. Runaway Algo has been looking improved and the first time Lasix, and Shane Ellis. Very, very interesting. This speedy U.S. importee. Number 6, Hidden Valley, will be closing and a possibility for your Royal Exotics. Number 9, Outbidder, debuted number 3. This horse will debut with Blinkers, Tongue Tie, and Lasix. Born on the 5th of March, and they filed by Savoy Stamp, out of Rumble by Graham Hall. Carlton Watson owns, Jason Acosta trains, Leon Walker grooms. This horse was bred by Chad Fiani, son of the great Philip Fiani, and Herman Wong Leong and Donna Wong. Outbidder is a half-sister to Further and Beyond. This horse was sold for $6.1 million and at the 2020 year-end sale. I didn't like her. I was really shocked at this hefty cost. I still don't like her, but you know, I am not Moses, and this horse could be a runner. She's not exercising in a manner that shows much, but I must warn you, you have some horses that don't perform and exercise at the exercise track in the mornings, but on a race day, it's a different kettle. Remember that. Number 10, No More Deals, looking better physically. Small coat who ran well on the only start, the 12th of December, going 4 furlongs straight, finished 2nd by 4 lengths, upper leaves and failed a bit. Now he's going on the curve, and No More Deals could be part of the low exotics. Number 11, debutant number 4, Great Wayne, will have Visor and Tongue Tie. Born 30th of March, a bay coat by Casual Trick out of Class Aviator by Seeking the Glory, owned by Wayne Henry, Jules Small, the trainer, Garnet McCarthy, the groom, Everdeen Reeves, the breeder, Aaron Chapter Rides, has shown some value at exercise and seems to need a few more races to show its true worth. Number 12, Masterclass, debutant number 5, will have Lasix. Born the 22nd of March, a bay coat by Casual Trick out of Awesome Destiny by a Fleet Express. Owner, We're Family Garrison by the trains. We're Family also the breeder, Claude Thompson, the groom. Then Dawkins Ride, very interesting little bred colt who is well grown, should learn a lot from this race. And I'm expecting this horse to start showing value, maybe in another run or two. Number 14, U.S. importee Luxor, trained by Jason Acosta, owned by his mother, owned by his mother, Elizabeth. Brian Chen makes up the duo of ownership. David Bloom in the U.S. is the breeder. Leon Walker, he has 2 horses here, he grooms. This U.S. imported filly has flashed some good speed in her debut run on the 28th of November before flattening out, nearing the winning post. Looks more advanced since that race and will have to be beaten. Number 14, Luxor, from number 5, Runaway Algo. Number 6, Hidden Valley. Number 3, Pip. Number 2, Shadow Facts. Patrick.
Well, I agree with you there, Colin. This is where I expect the Jason Acosta train to start get rolling. Luxor from Runaway Algo, and this little horse No More Deals. It's a pity he had to meet these 2 importees here because he's a nice horse. So I'm expecting Luxor from Runaway Algo and No More Deals with her.
Speaking of No More Deals, that debut, that race that she ran in on debut, the 12th of December, she was a little bit loose and with her muscles, but that race has done wonders for her, and she's much more tighter, and I'm expecting another good display from the recently informed status of trader Bedford Smith, and I should mention Bedford Smith at this time of the year. The Open Gate Show applauds you, sir, for your integrity and your respect. That it's from all in front of the horse racing fraternity. Race 4 is for children up. It's a claiming race, $800,000 to $1 million. They go 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. 8 horses declared number 1 Sebastian. Change stable via the claiming route from 1 Sabrati, Gary Sabrati, to Anthony Sabrati. I think it's Gary's uncle, is it, Patrick?
I'm not sure, Anthony, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, they're close relatives. Sebastian has the potential to impact greatly with these sort of horses. And, this horse must bear some watching, a dangerous customer. Number 2, another bullet, he surely has another bullet or 2 to fire before he calls it quits. And could create a mild upset in this race, as, most of these horses are suspected. Number 3, Versatile Vision, very fit filly. Won easily against lesser. Super fit, and that's an advantage that she has here. Let's see what that can do. Number 4, DJ's Boy, coming back a bit in the journey. And in the speed of speed, good chance to take these in a pole fashion. Number 6, Road Caber, was 4.5 lengths behind DJ's Boy and last. Has catching up to do, regardless. Should be much fitter now. Not much work on the exercise track. Has been going to the beach and the pool, plenty. Surely one of these will win. My top 2, or say top 3. Number 2, another bullet. Number 4, DJ's Boy. Number 3, Versatile Vision. Number 1, Sebastian. Has a very good chance. Dangerous horse. Your take, Patrick.
Well, I'm going with the fit filly, Versatile Vision, and to beat number 4, DJ's Boy, and the class horse, number 2, another bullet. And Versatile Vision is my beginning of a part of the bet of the day.
Okay, so you hear that? Christmas given away. All right, we have race 5. It's for nearly about 5 and up, who have never won 3 races in their lifetime. 10 declared, 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. Number 1, Ashley's Glory, fitter now and can get the top 3 slot. Number 4, Mama Sharon Darling, likely to be on the board. Very unpredictable horse and has been unlucky, losing when fully focused by less than a length. So you have to bear in mind. Number 5, Silver Tap, will be a late starter. Number 6, Vampire Rejection, if he's held off the speed, could close somewhere into your exotics. Number 7, Dr. Gray. Well, he sort of really surprised me in last. The 18th of December going this journey of 7 furlongs. Finished 3rd, 4 1/4 lengths, closing to Don Almighty and Black River. Could again be part of the lower order on the board. Number 10, Sweet Surprise, owned and trained by yours truly, Patrick Smelly. Consistent mare, who is another for the top 3 slot. Patrick.
Well, my choice here is definitely number 10, Sweet Surprise. She will win tomorrow.
Okay.
I didn't know Silver Tap was a late on starter, so it will be Sweet Surprise from number 6, Vampire Rejection, number 7, Dr. Gray, and number 3, Kaya. But Sweet Surprise is closing the bet of the day for me tomorrow.
Okay, my selection for this race: number 10, Sweet Surprise; number 1, Ashley's Glory; number 6, Vampire Rejection; number 7, Dr. Gray, surely; and number 4, Maren Sharon Darling. Those should be there or thereabouts for the 3rd, 4th, and 6th places. We go to race 6. 16 horses were declared. They go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. It's for nearly bred 4s and up who have never won 3 races in their lifetime, as well as imported 4s and up who have never won 2 races in their career. Number 1, Ocean Wave, 2 starts in the last quarter of this season. She got lots of support where she showed some speed but didn't really maintain the momentum as her norm. I'm a bit concerned with this horse. Although very light, she's drawn on the inner and she has to go in front. Number 3, John P. will have speed to contest with. Number 16's Choice, another hare who will ensure lots of speed on the headline. So too number 5, Colin Blair, who ran really well on November 13th, going 6.5 furlongs, losing by a head, losing by 3.5 lengths rather. So third, behind Adore Brilliance and K-Boy, going 6.5 furlongs, and Colbert led that day. K-Boy, after that race, won 2 consecutive races, so that speaks well for number 5, Colin Blair. Number 6, Generational, can't get it any easier, as there is so much speed to chase, especially where they are, those speedsters are the type that flattens a bit approaching the winning post. So Generational, from the stables of the reigning champion trainer, Anthony Nunes. Robert Halladine goes 2 kilos overweight. Very, very interesting. Number 7, Lord of Agilum, training okay, and gets back to figure 8 on a gain of which he has won a race from 2 career wins, and has run 2 third place finishes with the figure 8 on. Could upset these. Number 9, Shaboom, Anthony Thomas is on. She only has to duplicate November 20th, 7.5 furlongs. Good run, failing by a neck behind Zabon Tony. Shaboom surely has to be one for the top spot. Number 13, XY Soul, disappointed back as the last. Finisher floundering 10th by 23 lengths. Could bounce back and be a part of the low exotics. Number 14, another Cookie. Has speed, but it's another who flattens, leaving the furlong point. Number 6 for me, that's Generational, from number 7, Lord of Azure. Number 5, Colbert. Number 9, Shaboom. Number 14, another Cookie. And a host of other horses for that fifth spot. But I'm expecting that top 4 selections, one of those should win. Patrick.
I agree with your point there, Colin, but my choice is number 5, Colbert, to get the better of Generational, where Anthony Nunes should start his quest. And number 14, an outsider, another Cookie, and number 9, Chibu. But it's Colbert from Generational for me.
Yeah, at this point in the Open Gate show, I apologize for those who are affected by the background music. It's Christmas Eve, and all over the island there are music or some sort of, I wouldn't say distraction, yeah, some form of merriment. So I hope you're hearing us clearly. 7th race is for near the bed 3 hours. It's a main special race, restricted to fillies only. They go 5.5 furlongs or 1100 meters. 9 horses, well, 9 fillies were declared. Number 3, Sabina had an eye-catching workout after the December 12th debut, where she was with the leaders and flattened to be 5th, 7.5 lengths behind She's So Fabulous, Horizon, who should be in this race but will be a late starter. That race was 5 furlongs straight. Sabina rides the curve, but that workout on Monday the 20th, 3 furlongs in 35 4/5 easily. Well, that time was, from my viewpoint, maybe on o'clock I think we'll get 36 flat. But Sabina, I'm expecting an improved effort come Sunday. Number 5, Queen of Delhi, being on the board 3 of her last 4 starts and should factor somewhere in the lower order. Number 6, The Good Life, ain't doing what a good life requires, and that's winning and having connection happy as well as her backers. She did run well for those who play the exotics, although she was well backed at all times. Get a golden opportunity to go one better now for trainer Jason Acosta, who is hell-bent and winning the Trainers' Championship. Number 7, Coral Strike, speedy filly who needs to hold her gallop. The tongue tie has been returned, so I'm expecting a better display from this chestnut filly. Number 8, Fearless Vibes, well supported on debut, 85, going 4.5 furlongs on the 19th of December. Ran evenly, finished 5th by 8 lengths behind more score, the traditional boy, and Queen Adele with her have some improvement to make, and it should do improve some of that debut. Number 9, Kids Dancer, a reasonable bred filly who was sold privately, put on a lot of weight since that last race on the 15th of September this season, and has been looking very focused on the exercise track. Omar Walker, he gets the call. Number 6 for me, The Good Life. Just from number 3, Sabina. Number 8, number 9 rather, Kids Dancer. Number 8, Fearless Vibes. Number 5, Queen Adele. Those should fit into the lower order of your exotics. Patrick.
One thing that is interesting about your show, Colin, that is very good information for the listeners, is the late non-starters that you know beforehand, because that helps the punter a lot in making their selections from earlier. Because I am at the track and I did not know that Pariso and Silver Top were late non-starters. So that's very good. In this race, I see the workout on the 36 with Sabina. So I'm going for The Good Life from Sabina and Kids Dancer.
8th race. This race for imported children up was a number 1 3 races, and made by trios and foils was number 1 4 races. This is section 1 of this for this class. 12 declared, 6.5 furlongs, 1,300 meters. Number 1, Den Street, first of 4 for leading trainer Jason Acosta here. Den Street is capable, as she could be more focused this time. Not the sons of horses, but I'm expecting Den Street to be blazing up the street in order to give Jason Acosta the needed money to maintain his lead over the reigning champion trainer Anthony Nunes. Number 2, True Sky. Last 2 were okay. Number 4, Oyster Mass. If she wins, it will say a lot, as it may appropriate her name for the trainer's title with her trainer Anthony Nunes. How on earth she gets 52 kilos beats me. Number 5, Unruly Boss. Last 2 weren't much. Looking at the part of exercise on the exercise track since last race, and I'm expecting Unruly Boss to run much better than those last 2 races. Number 6, Curlin's Affair. Likely race coach who has been penciled for this race, that I can tell you. And even though up in grade, can prove to be a top contender, now much fitter. Remember I said that. Number 7, Ions the Link will be closing for a share, so too stablemate. It's a boy, they could earn something. Number 11, Roland Regal is fit, could have a say in the middle order of your exotics. I'm selecting number 6, Curlin's Affair. From number 1, Den Street. Number 4, Hoist the Mass. Number 5, Unruly Boss. Number 7, Beyond the Link. Definitely for the lower exotics. Patrick.
I think Colin is number 5, Unruly Boss. From number 6, Curlin's Affair. Number 2, Thrill Sky. And number 11, Regal and Royal.
The 9th race is for imported children up who have never won 3 races in their lifetime, as well as native trios and foils who have never won 4. This is section 2 of race 8. 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters, 12 again declared. Number 1, Press Conference, the last one at this distance. Number 2, T. Brady. If the track is sloppy, its chances are escalated. Actually, before this race ran on the 12th of December, I was all the way in Trelawney, and I understand the track was sloppy, and I said, oh, T. Brady will be a nap. Well, it surely did, but that's not helping you, Ed. Okay, all right. Number 3, Chandra's Law. 1 of 3 year for trainer Anthony Nunes, who is also trying to earn every dollar and cents to retain his trainer's title. Number 4, Sir John, first of three here for trainer Jason Acosta. Same goes for this one, in trying to gain some dollars, regardless if it is $10. Number 5, Amy the Butcher, looking more focused of late, and I'm expecting an improved performance. Now dropping in class, has been keeping company with some top 3-year-olds, and she is hell-bent on trying to have her owner, who is on a visit here at this time, to be rewarded. Have a tough chance of doing so, but will run good. Number 6, Burn Notice, Narrow Code, who has been racing a lot, will be focused, fully focused. So let's see what will happen for trainer Anthony Nunes here. Number 7, She's My Destiny, was a late starter, being reported to be sore on the 17th of July. She ran okay before that. That was on the 26th of June, going 7.5 furlongs, reaching 4th, 7.5 lengths and 1 done, and Oyster Mass and Stable Companion Elitist. Has been working well, especially on Saturday the 18th of December, with an eye-catching 6 furlong roll call, going 1:12 and 4/5. I can tell you, She's My Destiny wasn't 100 in that race on the 26th of June. And you know, I don't think she was 100 also on the 12th of June, when she won by a length and a quarter, beating Balgalriri and Moonova. Surely looking good now. Number 8, Artisha, fairly consistent filly and could get an exotic spot. Number 11, 3 times lucky, stablemate of number 7, She's My Destiny. Her last 3 races left a lot to be desired, and she has been very frequent at the equine pool. Should be part of the lower order of your exotics. Number 7, She's My Destiny. From number 6, Burn Notice. Number 5, Amy the Butcher. Number 11, 3 times lucky. Number 1, Press Conference. Number 2, Steve Birdie, Patrick.
But I can tell you, Colin, that 112 work that She's My Destiny did, if that has not affected her, this should be a walk in the park for her. So my choices here are number 7, She's My Destiny, from number 6, Burn Notice, and number 12, King's Magician.
We come to the penultimate race, race 10, going 2 turns, 820 meters or 925 yards for native-bred trios, who has never won 2 races, as well as imported trios who remains a maiden. 12 declared. Well, we have a lot of 12-horse fields as well as 8-horse fields. For those who play the rig, I don't know what they can decipher from that. Okay, number 1, Heart of a Lion ventures going 2 turns for the first time. I don't see this horse with a chance. Number 2, Prince Marshall, looking in good condition, coming off a 6-month hiatus. Number 3, Having the Glitter, can't complain this time, and I'm expecting another good effort, as what she displayed on the 18th of December, her last run. Number 4, Old King Cole, gets 2 turn experience here for the first time, but will definitely be closing. Number 5, Rusty, will be more relaxed here, so I am expecting this horse, but this is the horse to beat. Number 6, Fake, this is an inconsistent US importee. Number 10, Avenging Angel, training like never before after privately bought from Team Passard. When he last raced on the 27th of November, really has transformed, and is a telltale sign of what a change of stable can do. It doesn't necessarily have to be a better trainer or whatever, but you know, a horse mind, or I would better say, the individual care that Avenging Angel was like to get in presently could have made a change. Remember, this was one on the 30th of October, going 2 turns and closed at 99 to 1, finished second to I&I Links. and had Faker left behind. Number 12, Positive ID, last race, he lost it at the gates after braking awkwardly and took a while to get his action together. That was on the 18th of December, going 7.5 furlongs. Finishing third, 7 lengths behind It's a Boy and Heavenly Glitter, who is here once again. Heavenly Glitter was a length behind. This race, I'm selecting number 10, Avenging Angel, to upset number 5, Rusty. Number 3, Heavenly Glitter. Number 12, Positive ID. Number 4, Old King Cole. What say you, Patrick?
My choice here is number 3, Heavenly Glitter. This is where Gary Sobrati will get his ball rolling. This is an easier pace for this horse, likewise Rusty. So my choice is 3, Avenging Angel from number 5, Rusty, and number 4, Old King Cole.
Well, Gary Sobrati, if he does well on Sunday, or even Monday, Patrick,
Right.
he can give us some applause because we brought some luck. Incidentally, race fans, we're going to try to do most of our interviews and the Open Gate show here at Summits. Well, of course, we have to speak to the management to see what can happen. And I can assure you, the background noise won't be as such. Remember, it's Christmas Eve. So wherever you go, even at home, you'll be having this type of merriment. All right, we come to the feature race. One of the 2 remaining big races left on the 2021 calendar. This is the big one. The deciding factor, the decider for the Trainers and Grooms Championship. This is the Ian Levy Cup. Ian Levy is one of the co-founders of Supreme Ventures Limited and a businessman, not a horseman per se, but a lot of people were wondering who Ian Levy is. So I hope the Open Gate show has projected enough for you to understand what this gentleman is all about. This race is for chosen up. It's an open allowance race. It's a graded stake race with a purse of $4 million, with the winner taking home $2.16 million. Second place, $720,000. 12 declared again. They go 8.5 furlongs or 1,700 meters. 3 here for leading trainer Jason Acosta and 3 for the reigning champion trainer Anthony Nunes, and also 3 here for trainer Gary Sobrati. Number 1, Further and Beyond, born the 14th of March, Chester Philly by Blue Pepsi Lodge, out of Rumble by Graham Hall, owned by Anthony Nunes, R. Punai, R. Prasad, and O. Odit. The groom, Tafari Wright, the breeder, Philip Fiani's son, Chad Fiani, who former chair with Herman Wong Leong and Donald Wong, Robert Halligan rides. Consistent and is progressing well this Further and Beyond. He has got to be one of the top contenders here, and he's working okay. What I am not liking, according to the reports, this horse has only had 1 extensive workout since that good run on the 27th of November, finishing second, 3/4 lengths behind Hero, who is present here, and also, well, he finished second. That's almost a month away. Well, it's a month away. So, I don't know what is really up with Further and Beyond. I'm sure Anthony Nunes is doing his best to bring this horse to run, to make another championship for himself. This horse is very, very important for the trainer's title. Number 2, King Arthur, 4-year-old big gelding by natural selection out of Switches Heart by Pat and Jack. Owner Carlton Watson, Danny Robinson breeds, Leon Walker the groom. Philip Parkman rides for Jason Acosta. King Arthur surely had this race in mind since September. Has been working well and will play catch me if you can. as the owner needs to be in good shape to win. He should be relaxed enough in the earlies, saving his best for last. Number 3, Santorini, born the 30th of April, Chester Gelling by Soul Warrior, out of Milestone by Vanadium. Owner, Val Christian, second Mirage. The breeder, Evergreen Farm Limited, the groom out Anglin. Has it all to do. Paul Francis will ride. Another Australian anti-Numis entry here. Number 4, Crimson, 5-year-old Bay Gelling, bred Nuclear Wayne by Sarah Barracuda by Prize. The Success Farm owns Darius Sabati Trades. Michael Bernard Brett is the breeder. Claude Thompson, the groom. Linton Stedman rides. The Crimson, looking in great shape. I've never seen Crimson working so well, ever. On Sunday the 19th of December, this horse got up 6 furlongs and won 13 and 4/5, beating stablemate Calculus. Surely Crimson will be getting on the board comes Sunday. Number 5, Hovercraft, 11-year-old Bay Gelling by Easy Real Thing by Royal Pizzazz of the Royal Minister, owned by Elizabeth Acosta, mother of Jason Acosta, and wife of the late Wayne Acosta. Mark and Susan Waits bred this horse. Michael Joseph, the groom. Jerome Innes rides. This horse will be closing with hope to gain some needed cash for the leading trainer Jason Acosta. Number 6, Parker Diamond, the US importee. 5-year-old Chestnut horse bred included by Minsk Connection by Candy Ride. Stefan Nairn Singh owns. Brayton Jones bred this horse in the United States. Heron Lamy, the groom. Kevin Foster rides for Anthony Nunes. Number 7, Roy Rogers, 5-year-old grey horse by Distorted out of Circle Party by Region of Merit. Faye Lee owned and bred this horse. Her husband Dennis Lee trains. Under Ricketts, the groom. Samantha Fletcher rides. Number 8, I'm Fred, born the 28th of February, Bay Gelling by Golden Ladder of Happy Haley by Rock Slide. My Lady Athens owned this horse. Jason Acosta trains. George Deutsch bred this horse in the United States. Shaquille Skeen, the groom. Anthony Thomas rides. Number 9, Calculus, born the 9th of March, a big court by Sensational Sam on the Stringed Box by Bernardini. 7, Maharaj owns. There is Sabati Trades. Kama Maharaj bred this horse. Lyndon Bennett, the groom. First of 2 for owner and trainer. Shafan Maharaj and Gary Sabrati here. Shane Ellis gets the call. The 2021 Derby winner, well, and Gold Cup winner also, has a lot of say. Ran well on last. On the 13th of November, going 9.5 furlongs with 5 keys on Shane Ellis, finished 3rd, 2 lengths behind Furlong Beyond and Billy Wiz. Will be more focused than last, that I can tell you. And has put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle, much tighter. Definitely a horse that is of great interest, in my opinion, to be victorious here. Number 10, Supreme Soul, 5-year-old Chestnut horse by Soul Warrior to Beware Baby by Friendly Lover. Shavan Maharaj also owns the horse. There's around the trains. Hampstead is Limited, the breeder. Sean Malcolm, the groom. Hasn't won a race in ages. This 2020 Triple Crown winner and Derby winner in that year too. Could get an exotic spot at good odds. Even Chacha rides. Number 11 was around the pilot, 5-year-old Bay Horse by Liquidity out of Magic by Alicious. Owner Rome. Breeder Wise 95 Limited, O'Shane Wallace, the groom. In Bizarre Trades, this is from Dean, the rider. Stretching out for the first time. Maybe he can close for a very low exotic spot. Number 12, Leroy, another US importee here. 4-year-old Bay Coat by Cozano out of Golden Bucket by Mash Media. Richard Azan owned and is part oldest horse, and he also trains. Dr. Graham Brown and Randall McLean make up the trio of owners on this one. Brent and Crystal Femang bred this horse in the United States with Malcolm the groom. On the 27th of November, this horse won. Surprised at the odds he got, 72. Beating further beyond by 3/4 of a length. I always mentioned how good this horse is. And he had a little lapse in his career where he was bitten by a scorpion, but he's overcome that surely. don't underestimate the chance of number 12, Leroy, to make this 2 in a row. My selection for this race, number 2, King Arthur, from number 12, Leroy, number 1, Further and Beyond, number 9, Calculus, top 4, number 4, Crimson, should be part of the top 5, and that's where I take Patrick on this big race, the final race on the Sunday race card.
We're in agreement with the top 4, Colin, but I don't have them in that order. What I think that this is where Gary Sobrate will complete his double with number 9 Calculus starting in the race before the Heavenly Getter. In this race, Calculus I think will be near enough to strike on turning for home, and if he puts his head in front or is anywhere near there and coming on, he'll be a winner. So my choice is Calculus from King Arthur and the fit Leroy that worked well for a flat 7 furlong, and then number 1 Further and Beyond. The one draw with Further and Beyond now, and just one work after that last race is a bit concerning to me.
Okay, well that's it for the Open Gate show, and I am grateful for trainer, owner, breeder and businessman Patrick Smelly to find time on Christmas Eve away from his family to be part of the Open Gate show. And to all in sundry, the Open Gate show wishes you all the best for the year 2022, and surely hoping that you're having happy holidays. Take care and good luck.
Happy holidays.